more silence, we take the stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade, we speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know how make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now glory they spread and true they preach. Freedom of speech, now that we they teach.
For so long, we go stand tall. Radio True Media,
one voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night, because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them won't set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we are right for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began more than it get anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day, dude.
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
3.9. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio True Media.
Recommendation. Firestone today, not a Firestone today. Mama, Baba, send you begin at school for Bola. Education sweet. I say Firestone today, not a Firestone today. Auntie, uncle, send you begin at school for Bola. Education sweet. Firestone today, not a Firestone today. Mama, Baba, send you begin at school for Bola. Education sweet. I say Firestone today, not a Firestone today. Sister, brother, send you begin at school for Bola. Education sweet. Sweet education sweet. Sweet education sweet. Mama, Baba, send you begin at school for Bola. Education sweet. Sweet education sweet. Now tell them. Sweet education sweet. Auntie, uncle, send you begin at school for Bola. Education sweet.
Say sweet education sweet for ensure say yes we pikin and get the best quality education, because I always say if we get the best education in the next 5, 10, 15 years, now our best education we will acquire get for reflect in the development of we nation Mama Salon. Fambul, also I will welcome you back to the Truth Education platform, where they come to you every Thursday live on Truth FM on 103.9. Now we broadcast in the house now Ilcourt inside Freetown, Sierra Leone. And Fambul, in the same way so get we now with Facebook, YouTube, TikTok accounts, and I want to say plenty thank you for the joining at the Truth Education platform, and your contributions so far don't be immense to the development of education of the country. And Fumble, the Truth Education platform has always had to say, we don't only focus on development, them, yeah, in development then good, but as well look at areas that we need further scrutiny and critical voices, so that we're able for at least tackle them as we get along as a nation. Yes, the developments don't emerge, but again, we need to look at the lab system where governments perhaps not they pay attention to, or other educational bodies them need to give much attention to. So we need to draw the attention to that, and that's important. And from all, we not say yes, education don't develop since the war up to date, yes. And one of the things that we current government count now the education sector now for introduce free quality school education program to we as a nation, and that's one we focus on access to education and ensure say everybody gets the education we need. That's not the initiative we government be out. And one of the developments we government only brag about now the fact say enrollments don't increase across, and according to the minister winner Conrad Saki, MBC over 3.2 million learners them would be able to achieve as a nation, and that's na a laudable venture. I must say that's na a laudable venture of the education sector. But again, we need to acknowledge other developments and where they emerge. If you look at the access to education, yes, it don't increase. As minister they say, over 3.2 million learners them. Yes, and they all go through free schooling from primary to secondary level, and which is very good. And then students here, they let for go na tertiary institutions them. They for go up Fabi College, they for go Magai, they for go IPAM, what have you. And they're not used to free education, you know. So if you go to college now and then, you know, able for meet anything like free education or scholarship, you get for go see exorbitant tuition fees, say 10 million, 50 million. It's a big concern for anybody who wants for making picky acquire tertiary education. So on that note, we get for talk on the cost of higher education, and we look at the human capital development we government say they find for we, and they don't ensure say they implement them. And with high cost of higher education, how sustainable that will be. So it's a question we get for ask ourselves as a nation. On that note, I get for talk with a student advocate and also a master student. We na Jack Donkai, and I get for introduction to the show, so we will discuss on that. However, you know, say with all the developments with the come now we education sector, with all the good news that we government they talk about, say we don't ensure say access to education, it don't become a priority, we don't include dropouts them that the education sector. All of them developments them empowered by remarkable people them where they do well. It can be teachers them, and be the educational bodies them, and other facets in our society where they contribute to education entirely. So on that note, we get for discuss on the National Education Champions Awards, where they come to every year for award the teachers them and other people who they do well in the education sector, and see and recognize it as they do well, and it means a lot for me to get them around. So on that note, we'll get for talk to the CEO, where na Dr. Ganawa. So Fambul, for be part of this discussion today, we'll talk about the cost of higher education and also the recognition of people who they do well in the education sector. I will kindly ask you for make you drop your message now we comment section now Facebook, YouTube, TikTok accounts, And also, go send on our short code 239. I will read them and then refer to, we guess them and see how we push the conversation go before. Fambol, as always, educational speed, no time to waste. Make I take you through the latest updates and also developing stories them in the education sector. One get for do with an announcement from the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. As I read them, my technical team go pop on for make you see, and yourself go get them. The Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, MBSSC, Conrad Saki, don't inform the public, education stakeholders, them and self-school candidates them say the West African Examinations Council, where they call WAEC, don't officially open them online portal for the batch registration system, where schools go use for update candidates them, for upload candidates them for the School WASC 2026. The portal opened on the 1st January 2026 and will close on the 28th February 2026. The minister strongly urged all school them for take this process with seriousness and urgency. He had say, now only clear, correct, and complete data for upload so that mistake no go happen. He also say school them get full responsibility for make sure say the information where them submit correct. The minister also emphasized say no extension no go day for the deadline under any circumstances. In same way, so encourage principal them for continue the verification process with the deputy director them na district level and submit the final list of candidates them to the ministry. Conrad Saki and say any school will not upload in candidates them data inside the term where they don't give, then go face the appropriate penalty. So that's now updates from the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, and it asks all schools therefore ensure say they do the needful and also congratulate them for also monitor the process and ensure say them picking them names they upload them, because if you not upload, as always government can say for pay for the people it can be a challenge because of the delay. So away from that, Michael Williams, the head for the Melrose International Christian Academy, Nakenema, they call for support for complete the school in building and self for make government give PIN code to them for teacher them and self provide subsidies for them. Make we get the concerns and then we will come into the conversation.
This school your government been do approve about we not see no because you know they pay no more without no population. You see? But still population, if we go make we stand for the head, population go can outside. We kill them the land, but they not get sitting accommodation with lack of the building them broke. Yeah, now the only after do that 9 people now they try let them factory hard, let them give some. We not get food for give them although not orphan. Some people then they ask me this not orphan. And this but no supply, no the other school then they supply. I say, well, until now small. Not they just grab put a number or hold on. So anything is small. So if you need help or that girl sorry heart,
the community school. The school purely now for the orphans. We now as a teacher there we sacrifice. We now we don't take money, nothing from the beginning, now that from the parents then. Because we don't tell them say this school, you man don't give you belly. You don't want that picking. If Papa we don't run away, if you don't go, you don't know a way about. You for house and at the school, you know the penalty. That's in the uniform and the party give you. But we don't get no help it from any NGO, neither from government. For say this now we all help or can't build up the school. That not happen yet. So when they talk to we brother and we sisters, then you will get help. May help you help you. Even with the teacher, they will not get nothing from the school. Now just a sacrifice for all give knowledge to the beginner when the beginner not go astray. Sometimes they can send books there. But since so they send the enrollment, I don't know if now the enrollment now, since so they send the enrollment, we not they get subsidy. Well now we fall. We not been coded. Now that we sister now get TC. Then back now get PIN code.
If you watch we now, we Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok accounts them, that's na a video of authorities them, teachers them na the Melrose International Christian Academy, where they call on government and good arts organization them for supports them, as they say since 2010 where they don't establish this school year, then they face challenge and the structure where they get no accommodative and in no way for take this school picking them. Of course, your income it begins for fall over, and then there a lot of challenge where they face as the school self from the offerings that they get now the church now they use for make foundation and all of other things then they and as you see they don't get professional person for do foundation for them now then self depend do them. And also one of the key challenges that they face now payment of teachers them they say they don't get PIN code, and then government they give themselves subsidies for run the school. That's a big challenge and a call and a concern where I believe say governments go pay attention to, because education access to education I guess for always be now the cities them and western area. We also for focus now the suburbs them and communities where they are to reach, because themselves also need the education where governments always they prioritize. So Fambul, away from that, that's now we updates and news what we get for una today. And as I always say, for be part of these discussions, you can send your message to a short code 239, or you drop your message in our comment sections now Facebook, YouTube, TikTok account. Me na Emmanuel Boa and the host for the Truth Education platform. As always, we bring come updates them, discussions them way they shape the education sector, but again talk about the developments and we don't just we don't emerge, because in fine for bring them to now not only the challenges today for look at. And on that note, to get for talk about the cost of higher education, the one day when they go university, the high cost of that, and also we talk about the National Education Champions Award where they get for host, and then on Saturday the 7th, and we'll get for talk to the CEO. So on that note, I get the pleasure for host Jack and Donkai, a master's student. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, I also get the pleasure for host Dr. Mohammed Ibrahim Justice Ganawa, the CEO of National Education Champions Award. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thank you for having me, Emmanuel, and good afternoon to viewers and listeners out here.
So, Famul, are the two gentlemen, and this one gets for talk about then two important topics. Then one gets for do with development, another na challenge. So we blend the two as we get along. So we talk about the cost of higher education. Na salon. Like I say, yes, government don't introduce the free quality school education program 2018, August 20, and be launched until we teachers them, we picking them, everybody be glad as the purpose of that now for ensure say they get national inclusion in education accessible to everybody. And over the years, the government don't say yes. We don't get increase in access to the education, enrollments don't increase. Yes. So looking at that development, then students we don't come up from primary, secondary, senior secondary, they go to university level. They don't use for get free quality education. So for going to university, they get for face a challenge because of the high cost of university. And that's some of the concerns that we don't get from students over the years. Every year, universities the increase tuition fee. And before that, we government be introduced the government granting aid. And the government granting aid, now most of the students be ABOPAM because government be they pay the tuition fees and also the extra charges. At some point, 2021, thereabout, government be seized for pay the extra charges and students be get for pay as the administrations them being demand from them. So going forward, totally governments don't phase out the granting aid and then count the student loan scheme, and not everybody able for get that, because we don't get discussion on that. Students they still raise concern say government for don't left the students granting aid, because the loan scheme, the criteria and most of them need to work, they're not going for pay, because they need for ascertain whether they need for get better jobs for meet to the percentage where them be give them. So now on that note, we have for talk on the cost of higher education and see how government will address them. And I'll be make all frantic efforts for meet the talk man at the University of Sierra Leone, Dr. Tonya Musa, but I not be get positive response for coming to the studio for see why the increase in the tuition fees and also the extra charges, because there are still concerns around the extra charges as students they say they don't enjoy certain amenities now the campus system. So this is a general discussion on higher education entirely not to University of Sierra Leone only. So I guess we'll talk to Donkai and also we talk about the awards. So I come to you, Jack Donkai. You are a student where you don't do your first degree, you do your master's. Now you don't go through the process. You don't feel the pinch, and you also they talk about the challenge with students in the face. So far, what's your observation about this high cost in higher education and also the challenge we want to face as students?
On a good afternoon once more, Jack Donkai. I don't know it much was it concerning that again, because it's not like a one-day conversation. It has been going on from one day to another every blessed day. But yes, still we know they stop for discuss the same conversation. It's very, 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 very frustrating. After you don't enjoy primary school, secondary school, then you don't decide to go university with an expectation, say either you go get the student loan scheme or you go get SLG. By the end of the day, you not go get any one of the above. So all that they're very, very frustrating rather. So we they see students they drop out of universities, maybe third year, second year, they're not able to continue for pay because every blessed day fees they go up every blessed day. What me always think of why when for instance you don't enroll, they don't give you offer. Why they not the state waiting go for pay from year 1 to final year? So let's say now you they know say na this. But when it gets to second year and a different, if you not go up, it go down a little bit, so it expects it to go much down, or it go more and more and more. So like these are some of the things the way I feel say like therefore the Fed for do. But when it comes to the student, it's very, very frustrating. Especially now with the consider examination now. We say now you have to start from with an expectation say we be don't plan say you have a way to go college, either you get student loan scheme or SLG, none of the above no day. And you come up from that family where you thirsty for education. And government don't promise for the human capital development, which officially like now would enjoy. The process of enjoying human capital development, a lot of things we need for taking into cognizance when it comes to human capital development. Let's take a look at us, the student. Before this time, where you they go university, you know the opportunities the way they go for government. I believe say we all go university, we don't see. Where you don't the charges are the way they pay for. You get access to internet, you get access to all other basic necessity. But when you pay, you know they get access to all the things that they. Some university rather even when it comes to transcript, for they get a first night department, a whole challenge. A whole challenge. They see that the pool student exam all. If a student they end up they repeat one way or the other. These are all challenges the way student they face, which is very, 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 very appalling. Very, very, very appalling. So when we talk about student stuff, I feel bleed within me because we don't test them. Me don't test them. They don't pull me in the exam not to 1, not to 2, not to 3, not to 4. So continuously, and we know what it means when they pull students an exam hall. If you deprive a student from your community education, you don't deprive a whole teacher, whole medical doctor with helping a community, whole lawyer with helping a community. And we are yearning for human capital development. Where are we heading to?
Okay, now you did talk about let me give us talk about the challenges the students face as a result of the increment in higher education in the fees. So we do some interviews with some students across universities for share with the personal challenges them and what they think the government for do in addressing this issue. We will get the voxes of them, and then we also, don't I also talk about the SLG and that of the loan scheme. We'll get, just after that, we'll get one from the CEO of the loan scheme, Joseph Paul Amara. Make we get the voxes of students.
Mina Obaka Trawali, ABT, for short, student of the Fobe College, Department of Peace and Conflict, specialization in natural resource governance and environmental security. Of course, the increment in this field really affects me one way or the other, because like if we look at especially in small food, people don't fees them now to possibly pay for we. It's very, very hard for lower to afford the additional fee on top what we been paid before. Because as I speak to you up to now, and everyone don't for pay me fees it currently, understand? And then can make this increasement by this fee business. So it really frustrating, very stressful for me. It make I get sleepless night because like I get for think how I for hustle and able for can pay me fees, So it really frustrating. We believe we expect the government for look into all lending, and initially when they get SLG, but now none of them know the work. You see, then they don't call this increment. It really frustrating as a student, especially all the way you sponsor yourself. Even the other them for money before they really frustrating because you look at the country economy how it done there right now. Think for itself easy. So I'm not much foreseeable, but I really frustrating, and then we really big the government for that they able to aid, especially through the Ministry of Education and higher education, for that they will look into the thing and they will see how best and we will come together and come up with a solution.
Afternoon, my name is Ibrahim Sise, student of Fobe College, History Department. The increment of fees don't affect you in so many ways because moreover, like we continue students, they will take us say the more we go and the lesser are the fees. But these 2 years, it don't be different. So even now we house them because they will take us say like you don't pay, like for example, don't pay 2 million. Sometimes if like you don't go for your second year, it will be 1,500,000. But no, it just increased, like it just skyrockets. That's not a problem to people. Like, they will take us, this not lying the lie. You understand? Like it kick out doubt between people. Like every way people don't get, it can be one way or the other. Maybe like we so like me mama and it together. You understand? And moreover, like the cost of living don't they high, then we get so many siblings that we responsible for. Like if the fees don't they high, like in go take us say, oh I don't tell, and even can grumble about that safe. But just like at the courage I say now, so like low just patient in the happy like that stuff that they, but really it don't affect you. It don't affect you really. And you know see back for we college every day like not transport. The more value transport they can't add fees. Now like a burden or two, like more burden. So you don't see. So like that, the increment of fees there for 12% domain.
My name is Yusuf Conte. I'm a student of Fobe College, and actually the increment of fee they affect me in a way that negative way, because some of we struggle very hard. Some of we only pay for ourselves, and some of we not depend on anybody for pay for we. So this increments they affect we. In the past years, as you go up, as you go to a certain stage, then you will see decrease in the amount of fee. So for now, the increment they affect me negatively. And now, as a student, I could like first talk to the administration of the college when they do something for this increment. When they call up a meeting, all staffs call up a meeting, then they try to negotiate or for make decrease for even if not pay the same way you have to pay at the previous years, they may decrease the amount for we.
Well, Fambo, that's now voices of students na Fobe College and other universities as they raise concern in relation to the increment in tuition fees na them university them. And one of the things that we then say, so before we them they go from year 1 to year 2, they continue now, so the fees them they decrease. But now in order like that, how then they go now, so they put new fees them, and that's the affects them. Most of them that they give for that kind of money the way they for meet to them, then demands them, then needs them, the education needs them, and as you hear it from them, they also talk about the Sierra Leone granting aid. We said them be abopa, and then be abopa. We government be they pay for them tuition fees them and also extra charges, but that don't fade away, and because of that they face serious concern, serious challenges them for meet to the education needs them, and also for settle them fees them. So they're a big challenge we then share with you. So we will get then talk about the loan scheme, so and also the SLG. So we will get a video and also from Paul Joseph Amara, one of the CEO of the loan scheme, see what he gets in relation to
the
that.
rationale behind this initiative, the student loan scheme, is born out of the pressure really on government for fund higher education in this country. When this government come, you find out say they go straight. The president declares say for to boost education in this country, the basic they'll be free, and so that they happen right now. What that don't lead to, they don't increase the number of students that way they take WASC. So the enrollment for WASC don't increase. You see the radical inclusion thing, which means if you can get below or things like that, let them still go to school. So the resultant effect is a lot of students get for go to college now. Now, the way government be done the fund higher education, we're not from college now, we're not from basic now, we're not tertiary, we're not TVET, undergraduate, postgraduate. Okay. It's SAG. Now government be done the use. The problem with the SAG now is I tell the government they use SAG, and it not be even reach 1,000. So then people then go 400, 500, where they get. The population be very small, the internet. So the number of students that will benefit from SAG not be too boku. Now the population don't increase. So to get SAG even before this time, now almost impossible.
That's now Joseph Paul Amara, the CEO of the Sierra Leone Students Loan Scheme, now then count and replacement of the Sierra Leone grant in aid, as they say, because of the number of students and where they come out from senior secondary for enroll at university be don't increase, and government not be able for meet to na capacity because of it gets more pay for a lot of students and where they can award the Sierra Leone grant in aid. Now that is say. So I come to Donkai in our students we experience this, and this would talk in relation to the human capital development, because if you don't bring that kind of developments now primary to higher education, and then at tertiary education level, say students and going for leverage on different scholarships, be it the loan scheme or the Sierra Leone grant in it, then it become a concern. So for you, what are you going for differentiate schooling from human capital development in the context of Sierra Leone?
Like we say earlier where we start, you understand? One of the key things where we need for take into cognizance whenever we talk is that government need for take we young people serious first. It's one thing that when they take we serious, that don't show say they are ready for achieving a human capital development what they yearn for. Students, first of all, let we go to now to the student the way we don't vent the anger out. We they see, okay, you don't talk say they don't replace student loan scheme from SLG to student loan scheme. Now because of the population don't increase. That's why you create policy. You have to create policy. If this person we they get 5 people the way they apply for SLG, 4 they get. Now we don't count huge people in our way, we don't give free education from primary to secondary. Wait till they do now. Let's just try for add another thing. Let's just try for a way for increase. On the process of increase, if you don't count student loan scheme, So it happen. We get one thing where sociologists call lag culture. If you introduce the student loan scheme, as you try for effective, they try for reduce the SLG bit by bit. Take away undergraduate we don't get. You need to tell like them 2-3 years, try for kill them out. We don't get a huge amount of people to go in for that. As I said earlier before we start this conversation, I mean, they tell you say the most painful thing when you don't graduate here because you think na money. Where should I start from? Where should I start from after university? Because only thing you be get, you don't get forget it again. And you get for start as a man or as a woman. So imagine we want to achieve human capital development. Now get high rate of unemployment. When it comes to this fee increment on tertiary vocation, if the vocation where people they go for go learn skill, fees and all it don't increase, then what are we yearning for? It's another thing. What are we yearning for? We are the human capital where we the yearn for. It's another thing we need for big think about. When students they come out, how many job they will say like even the private sector they create? Not to talk about the government sector. Would they get brain drain? How many people they left this country for go achieve another thing? So okay, after this, my brother don't come out with degree. He say let me first for go China, for instance, let go pursue or let go work. And the way they go, you don't know say they reduce. Another thing, people that they take risks. Every day they see young people they die on the way going. Every day people that they die on the way going. How many people they learn skills? As I said earlier, if we continue to forget like a skyrocket of fees, begin think now within you. If you ever forget to get medical doctor, normal for fees for medicine, it's another concern. Begin ask yourself how many lawyers will ever begin produce. Now your community will help you. These are all part of human capital development. How many lecturers will we get for begin to get? How many teachers will we get for begin to get? It all boils down there. So there are things we need for begin ask ourselves. And government need for get to go back. We say, let's try for change this policy where they be carried. You say you want to empower young people, you go pay something like WASCA. Is that sustainable? Is that the way for empower young people? Let's bring something like innovation, another thing. We are in the 21st century. We are in digital. We're into digital. Let's create something. Let's come with innovative hub where we give more skill to young people. After university, there are other things. We have people after university. You need to get something where they start from. But at least, young man, if you need to get a basic life where they live, just after you come out university. But they see my way, don't all 35 years still under mama papa tenki. So there are a lot of things we need for go back. Government need for go back and say, now let's bring come another new policy. Because government in, government out, every year they tell we say, we they try for help young people. The past government they tell about human capital development. When this government come back, they tell about human capital development.
That's the promise.
How we the young people now? How do you see they affect you or they affect you positively? It's another thing. See now we see that put to brother there. It's all testimony out there. A lot of young people don't drop out of university. Some lost their job. Now they're into drug addict. Some they took tramadol, kush, and other things. So these are all. This is the human capital development that be a show of on other different phase.
Yeah, a lot of questions and way we really need for ask in relation to the sustainability of the human capital development the government introduced. Because even me, are aware of somebody where it starts off from diploma level up to the degree level, and it not be for meet to a financial arrest them. We get a lot of money for pay. So the time we for graduate and we get for wait force. Go find the money first, and unfortunately, sorry, I can say, na a teacher, and they pay teacher they well in this country. Get me? Last week we still get discussion on the salaries of the teacher they receive. Of course, the the Sierra Leone Teachers Union and Western Secretary for the Kuyate and be vet a younger in relation to that and call on governments for increase them. So that fellow they not being for graduates at all because he gets pay. It gets for resorts, last resort now for go do security work and then for settling areas them. And last year, he don't graduate. So it take him like 2 years for making graduates. So a lot of issues them. But Fambul, if you just join this on the Truth Education platform on Truth FM 103.9, and you can get with Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok account. And Fambul, we also they talk at the studio today, they talk about the National Education Champions Awards. In all of these, what they discuss, we get key people where they do well and do remarkably well in the education sector, and other people where they come up where they do well as well. So I get the pleasure for talk to Dr. Mohamed Ibrahim Justice Ganawa, we are the CEO of the National Education Champions Awards. Dr. Ganawa, we are the host and hold the awards this Saturday. What's the vision behind this initiative?
Thank you. I think when we say National Education Champions Award, it was a deliberate effort from the members of the Mami Mariama Justice Ganawa Education Foundation. We look at the education ecosystem in the country. We observe, a lot of things that happen. People are celebrating other sector players, like TikTokers, journalists, other professions. But we're not going to will create purposely for education sector people. So when you look at that space, they will say, no, this is not a space where this gap we need for close them. And how we go close them, for we come with the National Education Champions Award, we go to celebrate excellence and honor people and we do well. And not just for honor them, but make sure saying, we create opportunities for young guys them we did well by education business. As you can see, whenever at the history of this country gets something on annual basis where they celebrate people and we do well, not just speaking them, not just the way they graduate from college, but even people who don't spend their entire life giving back to society to human capital development at the country, and institutions where also they help for develop the education sector, help people that we not get, people that we not able to afford for themselves for good school and for good university. So all of these now we just put into one what we call the National Education Champions Award. So the vision is for us to celebrate people doing well, institutions doing well, and also make sure that spirit of excellence come back in the education system.
So what are the various people and what are the targets? I really talk about young, we talk about old, but one for no specific people and how inclusive this one be?
And so we deliberately, this is the third edition we do. The first edition, we just look at few categories. When a school, that's not the best performers from the public exams, NPSC, BEC, and WAS. And we go to the university category, where they give awards to all the best graduates across public and private colleges and universities at the country. We'll get 15 of now and then another category. You'll get another category winner institutions, like the foundation where they do this, when the Mami Mariama Justice Ganawa Education Foundation, the work they do, similar other organizations they do. My brother and I, they talk about the challenges people they get for pay their university fees. Some they not even get opportunity for good school, even though we get free quality education. So the foundation where me and me young one them open on behalf of we mommy will let mommy, we get speaking or they take care of, we get on in a university or they pay fees for. So other organizations will do similar job like what we do. So the one and they will get a category where they give them awards also. Then we get the other category we call the Lifetime Achievement Award, where somebody who don't spend at least 25 to 30 years of a useful life, not just the education sector. So the first year will be Professor J.D. Ali, and not named in also named in this country. Mm-hmm. And a talk and say the first a get that kind of national recognition for education. Wow. Beside the order of Okelo de Mingiam years back. And from that ending now a lot of recognition they come for now nationally and internationally. So now the categories in one day we've been done use for the first and second edition. But this edition this time around we add the third. We add another category called resilience. That's now for people who are disabled, they're able to break the barriers in the education. for able to get quality education. Even me, you were able, we know how difficult it is to get education. So people always disabled, we don't decide say, we for put them back in the limelight. You know, they need to be celebrated. That's a new category we add, we call the Resilient Award, where we give people already disabled, who are able to break through them barriers, them forget quality education. So in terms of inclusivity, now them one there are then different categories there we look at, and we get 26 people them and institutions combined together we get for the award on Saturday.
Okay, Dr. Ganewa, you talk about, you say this is inclusive, and you don't observe CS, other institutions, them, other professions, them, they recognize them. Of course, SS largely recognize the good work of journalists, them, and media houses, them, how they do about for do their work professionally. When I say for one, for recognize the resilience and then the remarkable contributions of whether not students, them, whether not people that spend over 25 years in the education sector. This one only focus on Freetown, no include people in the provinces, or not get other branches than the.
So when you say national, the word we're intentional about using national, it means all man within a salon where they do well. As long as if you college in Jala not to Freetown, where you are the best graduates, we award you. If you college in Makeni, you are the best graduates, we award you. If you college in Lunsa, it means it is inclusive. Public exams, for example, MPSC, we don't know side the first Monday come on. Now until they can announce the result to the know that campus. So if now upline the first Monday, we get award. Then if you institution, they upline it, they push, they do waiting for make. We push the education frontier in the country, we also they award you. And a lifetime achievement award, anybody who meets the requirement who they set, who they get an award. So national event where people they come all over the camp for cat and the event.
You talk about requirements, and what would they talk about excellence? Whatever thing we talk about excellence, it gets criteria for give them awards and for recognize you, and then now puts them now in the archive. See them people that don't do well in this area. What are some of the metrics them? One of the yardstick them one that they use for measures in this sports here, get the qualities for making get these awards.
Alright, so the first category is simple. The moment they announce the public exams results, the first people everybody they know, not to secret. So to Ministry of Education will get detail of the one and they will reach out to them. So you just need to be the best. That make we say national education champions, and all the champions that we celebrate. And when it comes to university again, it's not to public knowledge. Uda come first na Fobe College as the best graduating student, everybody know. Uda come first na Jala, Unim Tech, Lincoln, etc. They're all na public knowledge. So we go to the institutions and we get them data then they. So now one day now just the best them we ask for and then give you the information and they. And perhaps the two other categories, the Musai, we get so much for do in terms of requirements, like the lifetime achievement award. What we do, we get a list of people na the platform where people they nominate based on what they don't contribute to society and the education sector. So then people they look at now, they all qualify working day. We can go up to 5 to 10 of them, but they all qualify. But you know, say when I say lifetime achievement award, you know they give 2-3 people per year. The moment you do now, and the one person then will shine the other people, and because they all on contribute. So what do they do every year? Part of them list then they, like the year we give Professor J.D. Ali, Professor Usman Sanko, we can call Professor Malamo, was also part of the people that the first year. But we never forget because we look at who that don't contribute more among them when they do be looking at the time spent. You know, the sacrifices they've done for education, for ensuring them uplift everything. Professor Ali been scored the highest percentage now year, so we'll give Professor Ali. So Professor Ali will not go get a lifetime achievement award again. Now an ambassador for the National Education Champions Award. That's why every year is attending, and it can be one of the person in a way can even decorate the new person. So the second one will get again the list of them. Now, Professor Malamo, we can call Bombolistic, we can get awards them doing the graduation ceremony. Now we end up for key. And this year, again, in that same category, they will get plenty other people.
Yeah, we get some people want to get for award tomorrow. I see on Saturday. Sorry.
Yes.
And these are the various categories. Them I see students with their best graduating students.
Yeah.
We get people with them pass campus by NPSC and all of that. So then people want to get awards. So specifically, not just say decoration. Say we don't give the policy award. Now, which kind of award? To be specific.
Right. So when we say we celebrate, some of them people after graduation, nobody know about them. The stories there, nobody know heard about them. So what would they do when we say we give award? We give the normal award, they give people, they give them certificate, and perhaps it's very important now the entire world they know them story. So after this event, I will forget a lot of engagement in our institutions and where the young graduates there and all of the awardees them therefore will talk about their stories to people. And one important thing what they do now way unique about the graduates and what they push. You know could be a best graduate from Fabi College, you don't get job, you get opportunity for further studies. If you are the best, you're not a smart person. Because there are thousands of people in a graduate, out of them you become the best. So what we don't push part of the awards and for ensure say all of them when they graduate, excluding the person who are the best from College of Medicine because singer for doing housemanship, all them when they graduate then I would push for placement for them in terms of jobs and also help them for let them get scholarships and go study out of the country because then people are there for come and for can help for develop this country. If somebody appear the best, Najala, that person they get so much for give back to society because not to buy magic, not to buy any kind of way for let you be the best in any tertiary institution. So in terms of telling you waiting at the impact way we want, you know, when you start something as small, but now we don't reach a level where the government don't come in, private sector players, they all don't see and say, now the way this will go. We are pushing for placement for them. Besides the placement, we also want to ensure that they get scholarships. Let them go and go study and come back for can contribute to society. And with the engagement, not just with government and private sector, even the embassies, them, we engage so that at the end of the day, they're all of first class at the highest level. If you look at the things that you see some of them grade points out of 4 points and 4 points. So man out of 5 points where they walk to a 3.95 you get. So it means these are considered to be the smartest people now in different universities, the intelligent and smart people. So as a result, we are not just giving them awards, but we are pushing behind the awards because if we are celebrating excellence and we are inspiring tomorrow, it means then people are Lord not see man come on a college, for example, now the best, then you never do much, then say education has come because you know they do too much well within life, understand? So them best there, they don't struggle a lot, they don't burn a lot of candle, they don't study beyond reasonable doubt for letting them become the best. And me go to university up to this level, I know how difficult it is for let somebody do well past school business. You get it for Sidom. You know they cut corners for be the best now. University. You know they cut corners for be the best by MPSC. You know they cut corners for be the best by WAS or Becker. There is no point in time with everything they talk about your education system. You can't be number one. You're not possible. You know what and whatever possible. I know ever see them. I've spent so many years in the education sector from school days, come to university. I begin teaching at school. I don't lecture at university for quite over 12 years now. The lecture. I don't learn plenty. I know say for let you be the best. So much day we need for do. And you know once after graduation, you just left everything like that. After graduation, the world for no say you're not that kind of person. Just one part and story can change everything around somebody in life. You know, my story, if I talk to somebody, you go no say even the background you come on, get nothing for do with you say you for going life.
Yeah.
You know, if you see us, you put the required effort. You pray to Papa God. You ensure say you do the rightful things. You get good attitude. People out there will help you. You know the way will they help at the foundation? Some of them, mama and papa, then are beggars in the street. We don't take them, nobody go to school. Now some of them, they senior school. So Monday, they take back care. So new university will pay for them. So that just show you, say, celebrating education champions is not just about people graduating. After that, it goes into oblivion. Rather, people should know that these are the set of Sierra Leoneans that are supposed to take over this country later after they must have developed their capacities, after they go down do everything humanly possible for come back and give back to society. If we not do now one day, my brother be talk about brain drain. Now that's any cause.
Yeah.
If I not being get an opportunity, like I don't go to another country, I should not be doing what I'm doing for my country.
An alternative means.
Exactly. So now make we know they just give awards, but to ensure say we fight very hard for let people know their stories, like the resilient category, like where I really want to talk on. We get 2 people who they give this year. We get the first blind lawyer, Abdulrahim Bangura.
Yeah, you can show him, make we see him.
Yeah, we'll get him. Then we'll get Abbas Sise, where in safe the one way being good to
wounded.
Yeah, exactly. You know, now they're all on trial. Imagine the difficulty. People who normally do law and they suffer too much for let them make. But in blind, they don't for become a lawyer. The first, why would not for celebrate such kind of person? Look at Abbas. With all of this, he become a beggar at a particular point in time in life. But now they're able to succeed. Now, I don't get an LLB honors degree. Where means he go able for kind of help for talk for people that are the disabled community. Then because he go to and they find out say such people will do better when given the opportunity. Why then that story people don't know for know about them? Why people not for know about Abdulrahim? People for know about that and then for talk to people so that me and you were able we not think we don't want for push. We go sit down and ask motivation and decide for push you to life. And perhaps what's more important, Emmanuel, like they will get for do it. Even them company away disabled, let them know say they can still able to break the barriers and become a successful people in their life. So the Education Champions Award is not then type of award where they give people and because you go pay money. Then one they are wouldn't say 100% merit base. Now what they do. The best of minds them. Then we come to the institutions. You get one institution they call Educate. Educate, they provide free school for people for over years. I lecture some of the people picking away commode in a university. Some of them don't done, then they abroad, they do further studies, they do well. Why not for celebrate such institution? When you celebrate them, one, then they appreciate Sierra Leoneans, they appreciate what they do. And perhaps what's more important now for let them continue for doing what they do. And other people would see the need say nothing. Let we self come and begin to help Sierra Leoneans. If you go to the Lifetime Achievement Award, the award they give this year, winner Professor Marian Conte Morgan, the retired Deputy Vice Chancellor for the IPAM, Institute of Public Administration and Management. Now, when you look at now, Oman, over 35 years of a useful life, and just quality education, it don't give back now, it don't give back out of this country. Why we not for celebrate and until we're not there again, how for they talk about a good thing or doing in funeral, people and go sit down they talk about what they don't do. No, these are people who need for celebrate. People for know the remarkable work what they don't do in our society. So that me and you, we don't begin to do small, so we go continue for do and make the society become a society where the only thing we celebrate now excellent. They don't too far we they celebrate mediocrity. It's high time for that we move to a better trajectory wherein people really do well. Need for be seen, need for be heard, so that at the end of the day, everybody in a salon will know say, waiting we proud of in this country. Salon, beside the mineral and the intelligence people away God give we. Salon, God give we smart people. Country would then be used for they say Naya the demand in West Africa day. It only go now the other way because we don't forget about celebrating excellence. We are not celebrating other things. When people know say they are being celebrated, trust me, Emmanuel, they will work harder. They will work smarter and they want to become the better versions of themselves.
Yes, indeed, Dr. Ganawa. This, I must say, a laudable initiative, and it's a great development in the education sector for recognize with people them where they do remarkable well. And the way you talk about Dr. and Professor Marian Conte Morgan, now one of the people that we the champion practical learning. Now we be champion na practical learning na IPAM, and I don't get series of interviews with them and he do well and good for recognizing people. You might not know the person, but when you see somebody recognize them, no say he don't do well in the education sector. And even Abbas, somebody we a resilient student, we don't graduate, and it's a good initiative. I believe yes, the education sector for empower una for ensure say yes una move with the drive. And one of the initiative I like about this. Now the fact say when they focus on placement, not only for recognizing the person you don't do well, you don't come out first class or get the best grades now the university you say in graduate, but also for ensure say they get outside for work, which is very good. And also we get some students we don't do their first degree, they want for go overseas for go do masters, and when they see way for for ensure say they get them scholarships. But we'll come to that because that I get so much interest in that because we got a lot of students and we can done universities. The stress is we not go back in a salon, we not for book in a salon, we want for continue or elsewhere. So we'll talk about that. I want to go about for ensure say we not doing this one public-private partnerships and also ensure say then students get then scholarships and also how the events for be like on Saturday. I come to you, Jack Donkai. Now you talk for the students, talk for yourself, and we talk about the cost of higher education. And we look at the human capital development. And one way for sustain human capital development, not only for celebrate the good aspects of farm, but also look at the gaps them where they exist, and for ensuring you tackle them. Because if yes, we government don't try introduce free education for we begin in a primary and secondary school, but when they come, they forget the required education where they need because of the need for meet so the financial dues them. A lot of students when they for meet, some they wait, some even defer then cost them wait for 2 years, go firm one before you can continue, and the delay now it gets negative impacts on the human capital development. The human capital development we talk about common universities come and create impact in society. That's the human capital, and ensure say return in the investments where you don't make as a government. So look at the fees them, and also the extra charges. One of the fees them like for USL, from a college, you get library studies. Somebody will study about them books there, how for pack books them, how for ensure say you entertain people the way they can for carry books and everything about books. You say the possible pay new students will pay 8,708 leons, and as a new student, for pay, according to the policy in the university USL, for pay 100% of the fees. Whilst continuing students they say for pay 6,554,000. They tell me go university now 2,100,000 for fees. You get me? So one goes mama you for pay. And that time the cost of living is very, 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 very accommodating. So looking at this, the fees, you think say now already increments in the fees now will affect the human capital development or now the unreasonable approach of the university system. Because one of the concerns with the university raised, the then PRO, the talkman for USL, when James Tabalebi, he said the administration they go through challenges for meet to their own needs and the basic needs for buy lights, for HOC Wasade. You are aware of the 800,000 liters and other basic necessities, and that make the increase prices, the fees of the school and the fees. But is that reasonable enough for make the increased fees where they affect the human capital development government talk about?
That's not so a prerequisite for let them increase fees. Even though they say yes, education is expensive, but that never serve as a yardstick for increased fees. Because one thing I always say, when it comes to institution itself, for one institution very expensive. If it's expensive, we know how government can come in. Mm-hmm. That's why they get two and two they can call like you plans, yearly plan. Thank God the lecturer is here. They get yearly plans, so they can submit to Ministry of Education, say now XYZ. So now this will the plan for do. So if government not go give everything to them. May you know that. At least if government give like 30%, they believe say the balance will come out from the students, from how they generate fees. You know, so you get for buy form, you get for get other things the way they do. You get for pay lecturers, you self they pay lecturers. There are things the way we feel say like they need for do. Mm-hmm. They need for cut like unnecessary way of charges. Like they get things the way they can do now the administration can do. When it comes to their unnecessary charges within themselves. You understand? There are things they do they need for consider that. Even when it comes to we the student from the administrative side, we need for the trend. We need for to follow the trend of the world. Yeah, and not discredit library study, but institution need for get with cause we employable, we marketable, we entrepreneur skill stuff. So they see say when the student they come out, you know say in cause we do a very marketable. For instance, like medicine. No matter the circumstance, if you be a nurse or a lab technician or any other, the moment you come out, to be honest, now you want loan, you must hold on. Even if not after 1-2 days, you must hold on, you want loan. It's happen because of causeway employable. If government, not all medical doctor get PIN code. Some they work as private. You understand? So the institution need for they go check their curriculum back. They try for align the curriculum. They need for pull some courses, they count another courses the way they say like they align to their curriculum. But if you say no more within not same archaic, not traditional method will be used when it comes to academic, then a whole problem. Me we go study library study. And because of this, my brother be say they go to college, they do library study. Because myself no one sit down here. And they tell me mama say myself they go college. So me say when me back go, I go study library study, I go pay 8,000. I pay 6,000, I pay 5,000, I pay 4,000. At the end of the way, I come out, and the can sit down, which you know they create any impact. If you do now, they move, there's no way to study in a college again. Now, wait till the can implement, now it matter. But let me tell you, it matters. It matters. When you know you, wait till you sabi, it not any side for talking. If you doctor the weekend and morning, say, tell me about medicine, tell me about pediatric. How do they do that? Looking at the process, you can stand anywhere to say it. Because I know what it do. Me now we study, for instance, I go study library study. I can they put me as I they work as administrative side. What if you said I be the part? But there are modules that the way you say that they take into cognizance. I mean you have to take every module very, very serious. But it boils down to the administrative side. We'll look at a better human capital development to us, the student. Let the administrative need for carry it. Modules, courses are very marketable. That side, the curriculum, the need for change, IPAM carry it, like one on something entrepreneurship. Teaching young people how to be an entrepreneur. After you 4 years, because I believe say that they don't get now, this is their batch now, third year batch now. Believe say next year that they get, or a year from now that they get first graduate. You don't teach this person how to be an entrepreneur. When you go to the corporate world, able to employ other people for work for them. But you know, teach me, for instance, they teach me a library study. How many libraries we don't get? Even with national libraries, how functionable it be? I don't know. We all now we only to we phone there. As doctor be the talk, I be the glance through. When they talk, I check about how authentic this national championship. I be checking on my phone. I don't need for go to library again for go check. I see. I don't see from first phase, second phase, up to this.
So you see whatever course where they introduce now, universities, them and or colleges, them for time to the trend of the world.
Yes.
And some way they speak to the urgent needs of a nation, like Salone.
Yes. We need for now that we need for do. We they see. We administration, the administrative, they go out, they go see another education system. Why can't we cooperate the same thing? Sierra Leone was once known as the anthem of West Africa. Where others they can borrow with academic education, they can learn education. They are fired of us because they move to the trend of what they go. But we stay on our archaic business.
So yeah, we talk about they're on point. We talk about human capital development and also the cost of higher education. Not only the cost of higher education, but the cost we ensure say because we get economics where they talk about return on investment or so. When you invest, you get forget profit at the end of the day, right? So if you then count course system way marketable, courses where they speak to the needs of Salone, it will be a good step. But again, we come to the issues there, the concerns of students, right? It's not about increasing the fees, but you talk about policy. In any human capital development, you need a policy with the backup. You get me? Now we don't get the Sierra Leone grants in aid when a good policy wey be the pay for students and fees, and down they don't phase them out, then count the student loan scheme. But the policy as of now, you get from the CEO, it only tap at postgraduate level, even as postgraduate, now master's level and tap first, not to foresee a second degree, and itself make am clear. You say you know for ensure say you did masters and you meet the requirements and you for payback, now you then go give this one. Which policy you think say we need in terms of the increment in fees, or the policy would ensure say in cater for the one the way they for get access to higher education, we go for address the IUCD and also look at the people living with disabilities, because they see one of them, they do well. But if you then come, there are laws where provide say them for not for pay fees, then government and administrations and still they collect money from them people them. Which how you get policies them, but how much we go for ensure we enforce them?
When it comes to policy, we are number one. When it comes to policy, just policy no more. I don't see which nation they now Africa where they compare to we when it comes to policy. Our paper, when it comes to policy in our paper, I don't see that they will compare with we. You see a young gentleman, if the first somebody in a blind, he don't acquire a whole law degree. Imagine a whole lawyer. Imagine we will they see now they Yagbaso now. We will they see. Now we know the CEO. And don't come and we will they see now they Yagba. And we come me brother be the talk. I was with him and say I begin to laugh. Say now we they see that the Yagba in a way no they see. So as we they say, the policies should be there. Now we get this Disabled Act where they talk about inclusion.
Yes.
Even the university, the way the atmosphere in the university is not favorable for them. For access first to the classroom is another. It's a whole challenge.
For easy access government offices, there is challenge on that.
First of all, we don't put them aside like they are not important to us. We put them in a corner, basically like they are people that are not important to. We say we not consider them, but failing to understand that God make we all different. So if that be the case, let's go back to the policy. Let's try to implement the policy, not to read in a pen and paper, we sit on a TV, they talk, but let it be enforceable. If it's enforceable, it's another thing. When it comes to the university, where you say, to be honest, as long as now program marketable, some parents don't care about the fees. For instance, medicine, I did not pay more than 15,000. But I'm sure they are paying more than 15,000. Maybe doctor go clarify that side to me. Where they go for read medicine for pre-1, I tell you go. They are paying above 15,000. But yes, still, we see yearly, year in, year out, they get more students the way they go in program. More students the way they go in program. Because of it's marketable. When it comes to the law firm, the law side, if you want fees as of July, they pay close to 21,000. First year, but students they still go in. So we they think about the marketable, the side way you feel say like as long as it's marketable, people are ready to invest. And not they discard the other causes. So the administration need for sit down and rebrand the curriculum. They need for rebrand the entire curriculum. There are causes that we are not saying they don't fade out, but at least we need for they remove some causes there. Some causes they will need for they remove them. About we all sitting on my phone. I'm go study library, study again. The one they say we do in a library, self don't time. For me, I do first degree. I never sure say I reach in a library, reach 310. I can show imagine how we brother they get material. They do the one they will be the let's say with technology, not be advanced way they be the university. How they get the materials the way they want to do thorough research. You go for go to a library, go search all the book there. But maybe we just buy some books there online. We just do other thing. So we need to go back. If we go back and try to solve that, to be honest, the art of the human capital development. Imagine where my brother talk and I say, now all the one that we come out with first class, the best students from various university, trying to help them to show the world that Sierra Leone is still having the smartest people when it comes to academic. So it's up. They say now, let we try at all costs. Let them self-side, let the this one side they attach. That's when they will come out first class. We still see on at the bench. Sometimes they regret self, why we go school. Sometimes they talk say, oh, let's spend at university. If I be calculator, if I put up a business better at the far.
Yeah.
Sometimes they, even they tell you not all they say. Sometimes out of depression, sometimes into then till there is some come calling now 4 years now one able get. Look now me my way come out division 3 night the works on site. So but when you see we brother they say they carry this particular one, at least they try for help colleagues the way that they go, that they leave this country, they go acquire education, they come back. You going and coming back is another whole thing boils down. You measure that. So man from being at the beginning, you don't come back, you can't get job. I guess some do me in a class. You don't study, you study in Turkey. You did first masters in Turkey. You go to second masters in China within a law class. Up to now, I not get job. I not get job. If they within they tell me, one time we see all they discuss. So it not be the essence. For let I go study and all where I don't do me first degree now. I go do me first degree now for big college. I go Turkey. I go do masters. I was one of the best students. I'm in department. I get economics. He said I left again. I go na China. He said I was one of the best students in China where I go do my second masters. He said up to now I don't know. I don't know if the system not favor me. I said not that. Not to that not the problem. So there are a lot of things we need for be consider when they do things, where would they go? I make our brother now say that they sell them out, where they don't sell them out. They are not everybody they able for make you go overseas for go further studies. So they go place and at least when I'm money, and when I'm court, they come here for we go. You know, say we they go na money, they can get respect. As you come out in the university, so you feel like you know everything. Doctors say not for blonde. Even if you blonde on social media, they laugh at because they think like you know everything. Failing to understand that not everything you know, you learn every blessed day.
Yeah, you learn every day.
You learn every blessed day. So let's go back to the curriculum and try to adjust the curriculum, just like what IPAM did.
Yeah, see,
3 years ago.
They give kudos to
IPAM that
yes.
3 years ago now entrepreneurship. Now a lot of students they will come out in college 2 years, 3 years. Watch some man they sell clothes online. Some man they sell this online. You ask guy, tell you say we are from a common college and not get job. Some man don't get to skill now. We to be neglected in the vocational institute. Some man don't go now. Some man they learn makeup. Some man they learn garata. Some man they say I'm a master's holder, but I still learn makeup.
And that Professor Miriam Conte Morgan be tell me what be interview him. He say what we prompting for establishing the center of excellence. It's not the fact say when they come up na the office. And notice a lot of students and they sell different markets them. They say, but if you say they sell in different markets, I don't think so we need for tell them and sell low. More create a system wherein then wait for invest or go into advanced system. You get me, so that they wait for generate more income and then become owners of their own businesses. So I come to Dr. Ganewa. This one lead me to the issue always they get say students they come out universities they can get the first classes them get play they get good grades that are based on theory. And you see me brother I talk about curriculum for revisit them and most of the students can go get their theoretical knowledge. The pass clean one it's a big we get retention and transfer. So I don't go cog, you can put them so you can get first class. But you talk about placement. I want to ensure say then people that where they place then get the know-how, then get the practical knowledge whilst they in them various places of work. When I can track them, I want to go about in partnerships.
Right. So I think I just want to use a very simple scenario here. After I graduate first degree at Fobe College, economics, I get my job. When you are smart, I don't talk about average people. When you are really smart, you are there for understand the dynamics around any institution. It's so simple, you know. If I come for more the talk, I don't know the capacity of you to interview me. I'll tell you if you go BBC self in edit with a click. Understand? The reason being that when you are smart, I'm not talking about any person. We need to look at all that they get first class like country.
Okay.
Because if we say to look at that one day, the number plenty. we don't get that capacity. Jobs are, the private sector no dey thrive much. Jobs are not there. Let us not tell you say jobs and plenty all over the place. No. So when we talk about just 14 people from 14 institutions, because it will be 15 commerce based on their own kind structure. If you happen to be the best there, whether you not be the best, if you get placement.
Okay.
Well, I assume say the best student from IPAM study business admin or accounting and finance. I don't think say that person you go put on. I want to say placement no mean say you come that they go make you manager. In fact, now one of the things where a lot of Sierra Leoneans can tend to forget. We all now they work as country economists, lecture, and not begin like that. I started somewhere small. So when they give you placement, no mean say that they go make you boss. You know the best guided now if you study accounting and finance. We give you placement and one auditing firm. Now an opportunity for let you go on a farm day, for let you begin to learn the work.
Okay.
Now while you learn the work, then go make you, all institutions look for bright people. And I keep on saying this. When they say this person here not go like you business, because you notice you sharp. If you come to any institution as the best guided from IPAM, I just use today as example. You study the accounting and finance, we put you in any audit firm. My brother, if that person go to an audit firm, by the time you begin to do some of the basic auditing, begin to reconcile the bank statements, and begin to do asset verification, and you do it accurately, everybody around the firm will like in business.
Yeah.
So then when they know they look at are the best of minds. And then one thing I will tell you, no matter how somebody they just cram, you go right. Trust me, if you end up one day, if you end up for become the best, because I know say the university may don't teach for over 12 years, understand? At the highest level. No matter how you do memorize, you must get lecturers you don't go to, not on a component they help you.
Yeah, you're right.
If you look at me questions, I don't ask people questions for you memorize for me. There is no way. I ask you scenario based on which you understand, how you apply. So no student don't go the way go graduate as the best in any institution. Understand? I don't know the education sector for a long time. Understand? So I know exactly what they say. Then student and they, when we send them for placement, I'm telling you, no one will get bad wrong feedback about. Then not just about you being intelligent, we also engage them.
Okay.
Because you get one other important aspect of any professional life, your attitude towards job. You might be somebody who will be serious with your school business, but now you get placement, you become lackadaisical, then will get you off Nandi. Until you daddy in company or your mommy in company. This now people organization, and because of your brilliance, make they want you. So the attitude towards work.
Yeah.
Understand? Now other thing I want to do also they embed into the entire thing. But one thing I want for make clear we know here, jobs are not there all over the place. So when I know Sierra Leoneans them way they up there, like when my brother they talk to, if you don't college, I remember I was fortunate. I graduated Saturday, Monday I begin work. Now feeling almost I just done college. Small boy then 10 day. Just done college. I get a job where they go. When they say for reports in office 8:30, now 7:20. Now they reports in office. Up to now, and I culture there I get. I reach in the office 7:20. If I let's say by 8, 1 and 9 now for each day. So now anybody want a smart person to that level, Emmanuel, trust me, these are people where you don't need for can begin to explain Giboku. One, if the person graduates with sociology, and then I make it get force, it can force at the entire college, that student in a high level person in terms of how they reason. Because mind you, school, secondary, university of secondary school, where university are the best them from different places that they come it. I remember when I go year 1 after college, the best from both school, best from academy, best from Prince of Wales, Macomo Edwards, best from grammar school, all considered a class. Then the better people don't really pass what's not kind of reading. Now they begin and they don't get too much sense now, so now they pass plenty. But then we wanted a 9. Now the best them from all the schools them. Trust me, there is no way you go imagine as the best. Imagine that I mean just for economics, accounting, and commerce. Then when you come out, you go engineering. All the best in the different places that they all come. If you may end up for graduate as the best, trust me, there is no way that this world will go inside.
Competition.
It means are really tough.
Yeah.
So what are they saying in essence? They causes them, they organize them in a way where if you end up for be the best, you must do to some level. Developing the curriculum, some practical components, very important, and nobody know they downplay them because the more hands-on you get on now you career path, the better it is. So internship opportunities should be created. But again, now you're going for create internship for everybody. Now the number of people all the way university don't so plenty. Institutions are not there. If you just check the under the social work, na Fobe College, the under the social work na Jala, the under the social work na Magai. Who since you go for absorb they're all for doing internship. So we're not able for do everything, but as an organization, we think say people are waiting because Singapore we see so when they're ready for change, then just make sure so they get a system of
system.
Somebody not for come out a division 2, somebody will get a first class. Or assume then puts them then give them forget a fair playing ground for compete. If you want to compete, you get division 2 end up for be the best, it's fine. But do not forget a situation where you get your first class, somebody will get division 2, they never call you for you can't compete. They just give somebody. Then they need help for damping the excellence culture of the country. It only happen for quite some time. So we come in and say, no, let's celebrate champions then. Let we give them an opportunity. Even when, if you get a placement you go, you might see the reason for comeback. Then we encourage you for let you come back. Because we are not doing it for let you left salon. I'm telling you, if you all the sharp minds and decide for left salon, this country they go AWire. May you know for left here, we need for the others them need for the young man like this, you need for the because we always need for now for change the narratives for get that system wherein if you are the most fitted person at the room, they need for you the job, they need for you the opportunity. I think that culture they now just need for continue for push. And that make the education champions.
Okay, doctor, it makes sense for me you recognize and celebrate people who do well because it did show them out to the public say and the world at large say yes, salon safe they do well in this area and they don't go places sports here. Like you see, they track the people and see the progress where they make. But one for know how this day for be like on Saturday, how when you go about for you say and recognizing people what's not the ritual when I can perform.
Right. So this particular one get for be a blend of the British and out of the African style in a sense. It will be the best event when I mean awards most organized ever organized at the history of Sierra Leone. I can vouch me everything I get. So we know they just make that normal awards where people like can do go sit down. You know, like you don't watch Ballon d'Or, I can tell like you can get some entertainment component. So this time around, devoid the normalcy way normally they happen, where they go call you, you profile, they read them, the entire media houses and go the manual you get for the day, of course for cover, and everybody see you good work you don't do, you first class, you this, your contribution to society. Besides that, we get some components of entertainment this time around where they add the way we not be done, they put too much effort back. So we forget poem recitals, wherein people get forget poems same, and naturally now do the final. We get 2 people who qualify for the final, so don't do today. We don't get the person. We get for go do the poem recital for we. We'll get Shady Baby, you know, we get for go do some form of entertainment again for we. You know, Shady Baby and household name in this country. We get for go entertain we and a border. And we also get Jerry Best. We get for do some comedy. We also na one season comedian in the country. And perhaps we think for still the entire thing at the jazz band. We get St. Edo's jazz band, the best jazz band at the country. I'm not saying it because I'm an Edwardian.
Arguably.
I understand. I'm saying it because we first get jazz band at school, and now we don't be here other schools in the camp.
Yeah.
We see within the Nuna Madeng. At times 10 of within the Nuna Madeng, where the entire country they talk about, hey, Edo's jazz band, Edo's jazz band. So they go for the day and give you full entertainment. So then we go for the keynote speakers, when are the Minister of Technical and Higher Education and that of the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. And also go for be the keynote speakers. We usually get one, but this one here, one give them the opportunity because it's not a program. And another unique thing we get for happen na the event because we get for get senior people, then both the public and private sector we get for get an opportunity for networking because we get for get young people. We have to get old people who don't get a lot of experience. So then networking in the salon now we can downplay now and day.
Very
Anytime
important.
I meet somebody where they do well, understand whether you're young or old, I always want to forget a relationship, get to chat with you. I might learn something from you where not because me na Ganawa, understand, means I sabi everything, but just talking to a young person there, I might learn from the person. And one thing I want for let people know, in life, everybody if you maintain 3 relationship. People away big pass, that means people who are young people away you see get potential. No ever downplay their relationship. You equals because the young one they show you what in the future they're about.
Yeah.
And the equals and they show you that they put you to reality check. You know, if you want to go I say no Emmanuel, no, this way you do say no, okay. Then they want the way they're ahead of you. They don't go to all the things you can go to with them one and then you maintain them. They hardly will let you mess up with your life. So everybody gets opportunity now the day for mingle with the young ones them and age groups them as well as senior people in a society. So in terms of class, we get for ensure say then the food and one of the best caterers in the country is Aina2 Skating.
I tell you.
The decor when you go there and you know journalists you go tell the people and now
I will put on my story.
Exactly where you know the ambience for the top notch. Na event will be so every single detail for class because we dey celebrate excellence. We don't want anything we not to excellence. We dey ensure say everything they in place. So in terms of fun, people will forget fun. And one other important thing, all of the awardees then none of they pay for going at the event. No awardee no they pay. Like then awards so then can say okay, you have to pay money. You know then no. We ensure say each and every awardee gets an opportunity for camp. They know they come up in the provinces, they all they camp. We celebrate them, and after which we continue with we engagement we want for do.
What's an event venue?
So they get this wonderful event na Bintumani Hotel Friday. Saturday, I mean. But one thing I want to say what been left out, the red carpet get for be done by Johnny of AYV. Now AYV they cover with red carpet.
Entertainment.
And we don't forget yes, the entertainment that they do red carpet. You know when now one important thing I know they start 5:30.
Okay.
So Emmanuel, you need for like day so that you said they will be interviewed.
Yeah.
Understand about the red carpet. You said go talk about you know what I mean, what thing you think about education and all that.
Surely.
And I told them about at DSTV. And of course, to together you get for cover me no less a person, but a very important person. You know, Emmanuel already host this platform.
Yeah.
You get for cover now events. Not to just cover, you get for enjoy the event because you know just go as journalists. You get forget all of the enjoyment we need to forget.
Yeah.
So now in Tumani we meet 5:30 on Saturday for the red carpet, and from there 7:00 sharp we start the actual awards program.
Okay, as we wrap up, Jack, Donkai, you get from what the doctor say, talk about a lot of people they come up from universities. Now we get a lot of graduates, a lot of enrollment, a lot of graduates. So this now the thing we don't celebrate. Access. We don't get access to schools them, access to universities them, and the enrollment some beaucoup and don't increase. We don't get a lot of people that really graduate. So when they talk about quantity and quality, and for me we get quality out of the quantity, we therefore put out things that we ensure say we therefore meet to the human capital development we may you discuss. How we forgo about for ensure say the human capital development become sustainable going forward in addressing those concerns where you don't share with me from students.
Anyways, like we maybe they say earlier, before this time, maybe they see when students say they go university, best from the Almighty St. Edwards, best from Prince of Wales and other. But they see the numbers the way they go, another more large. We see the lecturer they get time for even for pass the message. And they see that there was something like monitoring they on. But now you didn't have class with over 300-400 students there. How many people go take in a moment? Some man go they powder different things. Some man go call them. Emmanuel, do another canteen. Just write me name. I beg do ya. So I test another for sit out, but they are make a way for let we able do. So let's go back to how they recruit. They need to get a number. Like for instance, the economics. I don't know if the economics now for big colleges they get one of the lowest number because they get the amount of people already they take. Let's say if you go economics, well before you go final year, if not take time, body don't done. You just see the standard they set, they get the amount of people already they take. I know they talk of the Chinese family that the social work because everybody want go. There should be number. You need to get a quality student where they come, just like we see my brother they say that we get a quantity students where they come, so that we're able to perform. Even if you ask some questions, either they take the back seat. But student we ready for say, okay, at the push, I need for do something where I not say, I can't prove myself wrong to others say, this is not the way I go learn at university. Just normal like way my brother don't master the act of lecturing. Even if the weekend and morning for go lecture, he's ready. It can be assuring students, any way you meet me, just ask me any question. Wait up, we don't master the act of lecturing. So if we able to master the act of performing in a university, we see now at university, man, I need to come like man get division. This man can at university and a corporate on a different thing. So it's something alarming. It's something alarming. So no matter the amount of students there where the pass was, then institution need to forget a criteria. First of all, I be not say we get university criteria, we get departmental criteria. They need for the set the bar higher. Yeah. Just like our school is set bar higher. We get more than we get close to 1,000 students where they graduate from law, from Jala, from big college, Unimark. But when they cannot everybody they come, there should be standard. And we don't be that standard. We use the common law school. We have seen them. That standard way commerce set. Now 7 on 8 years old students they spend medicine from pre-1 where they come out. They see the standard when they come, except otherwise. But they see how they deliver. These are the standards they should start setting now. Say let we put a top-notch standard, or else now a problem. But it boils down back to the universities and now where they get accreditation. We need to forget college from university. College and say we do at least you go learn basic. You go learn basic things from there you end up go university. Yeah. You can get a colleague of mine who tell me say. He said he do biology because he did England. He said he do in a college. So when you go university, now they go specialized. Biochemist, but he go specialized. So when you go university, now this is not specialty, a top notch. So that's we need for, but we celebrate something like, I don't know, I know this man. But let's put a standard where we know say this is not university, now a top notch. If you get you 4 hours. Go start from college. From college you will flop, you go university. Or you see man they get 4 hours. You see they go start diploma, they go strong, they go. So this is all the whole problem. Yeah. So let's just try to put a standard. Just like lock up like from medicine and commerce. What they see now waiting up on a law school. You see the standard. No matter the circumstance. I'm not saying they downplay, but we see where it happen. So they will get the best, the iPhone 17 Plus. Where they come out, the iPhone Pro Max 17 they come out. This is not the best, now the recent. Any side the team up, they ready for deliver. But if we say no more, well let them come out college no more. We can just campaign for schools them. So wait till the future old tomorrow. If they're old folks there they go. Wait till the future old tomorrow. Now that make they see now offices and now even the one with the 70. Now they trust them that even where they go. Yeah. They say now we don't learn the best education. Even with the class 7 will be right standard letter. But now give somebody let differentiate in tenses. Ask her for right tenses. A whole problem. So there should be a standard.
Okay, Jack, Donkai, there are a lot of things that we'll get for this course in the education sector. We will take all month, all year. We will need to talk about. But from now, we comment section on Facebook. Somebody says thanks, Dr. Ganawa, for celebrating excellence in our country. So that's what they go to Dr. Ganawa. So as we wrap up, Doctor, there are a lot of recommendations that we Jack Donkai don't talk about. You are a lecturer and they celebrate excellence. What do you think say we as a nation for ensure say the policies they match to waiting we deliver in our schools them and also for ensure say we sustain human capital development going forward?
I not be really one for talk on I be really one for just engage on within a camper, but yeah, I think for fixed salon with education system, we get 3 things we need for do. One at the start with the home thing. Nobody no go there under me stewardship, do well. You go member for spy, go member for do any crazy thing. You will just need for no G for do. And that same way they be more missing with parents as we do with me and Miss Small and them. I make they like today at this age, I don't achieve so much education wise. So the parents and get a lot to do. And second one, get to do with the teachers and lecturers. Before no say we job, a job we be a sacred job. We they prepare people away for can run society. So if we not do what we for do appropriately, then it means say we help for kill the country. I don't think so we get any way for to come. If the parents and do them part, the teachers and lecturers do their part, then it becomes easier for government. So government gets an important role for play. The role of government gets for resonate around making sure that the people them way deal at this sector therefore be happy somehow. They not get all it takes for give them, but the government need for make sure say the people them within the education sector are happy somehow. And another important thing again we government need for do now for ensure say we do some form of how they call can call a revival. You know, we need for rejuvenate everything around the education sector. We need to get some honest conversation at a table where we can sit down and talk about how this country education system I've been dated. How don't manage stay, don't go side, don't go. I remember we me take was in 2006 or as it was. You know what? Imagine internet to now it's so small. You know the able then fear within the happen around. All man, you find out say they take the worst exam. She body go down. You know, my mommy there was the time they say, hey, the study you, hey, the exam, let's don't me pick. You know what I mean? You get company on they can they compete on a meet and lesson Edwards versus grammar school versus this. All that culture they don't do. You know they exist again. Now people and even the syndicate and full again. Now all man now they wait for the exam reach and go do it in for do. So I think we get three things for the government gets one important role for play. The teachers, the people and they blame WAEC, not WAEC get the problem. WAEC then are just small institution. And the teachers and they conduct all of the exams we see. Teacher and Edwards, teacher and grammar school, teacher and the other schools. And then do all
the
exactly.
examine back.
Exactly. And then they mark and then they do everything. And then they assess them, pick I don't pass. And then vigilate them. And then assess and then mark them paper then say they don't pass. And like at the university at the lecture on economics and commerce. I don't did there at the teacher and the department. If it means say this man gets degree, don't pass, forget degree. It means if anything happen, not to WAEC for blame. Now me we assess this man. Even though I know when you don't go college, there comes lecturers them again. If somebody don't come out once it pass in once that kind of way you go college, you get responsibility for ensuring these students here do the rightful thing. So that if you not for them take 30 years, they let take and if you don't want to forget the basic, because you don't want to forget a degree, or you don't get the foundation, we go out there. Not to a family they embarrass now. Now the institution side come on, so you get economics degree now for big college. You ask some basic monetary fiscal policy things, you know they will explain. You ask them for talk about exchange enable, then the mean say we get problem. So for now we solve education problem in this country, the parents and get an important role for play. The teachers them, now the schools them, they get very important role for play. Perhaps the most important role for play. Because if you mama and papa no one take you school business years. If it's school where you go there, tell the people and be failed that they get I don't know if anything happen again. Now then the government. So then three then they will forget honest conversation, not to politics. For fixed education business and salon, politics for go off farm.
Huge responsibility.
We just need to come together as a country, talk about them, and we will make sure we move to a better trajectory.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. They talk about a lot of things. Everybody get a role for play in general. You the students, you the mama, papa, you the teacher, lecturer, and government self where they make the policies. They get a huge role for play. We continue to talk about a lot of issues that will affect the education sector, but also recognize the important thing that they come up as we get from Dr. Ganawa, then get the National Education Champions Awards, where they come on Saturday, the 7th of February, and Bintumani Conference Center. Once for making go celebrate excellence. Yes, people they do well, cut across all levels in the education sector. And talk about the cost of higher education. I will ensure say, not only get cost, but cost where people going for at least adapt, going for at least accommodate them. Yes, ensure say it reflect to the human capital development we government introduced to we as students that don't raise concern and they call on government for reduce on the tuition fees them now universities them. And as Jack Donkai don't say, more ensure say we look at the curriculums them ensure say reflective of we national needs them. We don't put forth as a country. So far, all I want to say plenty thank you to you. We don't listen. We now we radio line and also comments now we various social handles them. So till next week we will come back to talk about other exciting and mind blowing things them in our education sector. So to next week. Mina Emmanuel Boa, Tata.
Education sweet. Fire so